Hey guys, Apoc here, and today I am bringing you a brand new 12-win bowler graveyard deck. Now before we get into this chest opening and some replays, let's first talk about the deck. This is an extremely strong defensive deck with bowler and executioner being supported by tornado. This allows us to really stop ground units and air units by just clumping them all up and then AoEing them down. Now both those can be supported with our Electro Wizard for even more stopping power. Generally on offense, we want to set up a bowler plus another troop if possible with a graveyard and poison. We really want the poison in there as well so that we can stop whatever they're using to defend our graveyard. Things such as Goblin Gang, or archers or minions, they're all going to die pretty quickly to the graveyard as well as give us good chip damage. That chip damage, if it kills some of their units, also might allow us to get our bowler or executioner on their tower. Now in double elixir, we're going to want bowler plus executioner if we can, and we can set up a graveyard and then we can pull any of their defenses to right in front of their tower with the tornado, and this allows us to splash the units with our splash units plus hit the tower on top, and this deals really massive damage and can pull the tower down all in one shot. So let's hop into this chest opening and then we'll go into those replays. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we'll start with our 22,000 gold, definitely needed. Now my commons are already maxed, so let's so we get 2 furnace, 5 hog riders, 48 skeletons that'll be converted to gold, 7 barb huts, not exactly what I wanted, or wizards, 146 mortars, 22 mini pekkas, those are nice, that's in my ladder deck currently. Okay, we got our first epic, so 3 pekkas, 3 golems, 297 knights, 55 giants, that's also nice. We'd like another option to be able to play in ladder. 5 dark prince. Well, next one could be a legend. Let's go for it. Oh, almost 500 archers. Okay, but as you see, we started off with about 95,000 gold once we had received the 22,000, but because our commons are max, we basically got another 5,000 gold converted from these commons, which is great. And there's the full chest. Okay. Quick screenshot. So this is going to bring us all the way to 226,000 cards won. So just past that 225,000 mark. Very happy for that. And we got to keep grinding if we want to max out our cards. So let's hop into those replays. I'm going to start with versus a giant beatdown deck, and then we'll hop into the final 2 matches. So we're going to want to open up with a bowler in the back if possible. Unfortunately, we chose the wrong side for where the fire spirit starts. Just unlucky with that. But we do have our executioner to clean up as well, to make sure we don't take too much damage from these fire spirits. So we're going to get a nice value poison. We're going to hit the Valkyrie, hit the minions, hit the furnace. So that's always good. And the bowler takes out the Valkyrie pretty much. So he uses his goblin barrel to go onto our executioner. That's a pretty surprising move. We're going to go with an aggressive graveyard here, but looks like we're getting stopped by his Valkyrie plus a Skarmy. So just a little bit of damage, but we still got an okay lead. So with him playing another furnace, we'll play a bowler and start knocking back this Valkyrie. Those are some aggressive minions, but we don't really have anything else in hand, so we'll just use our tornado to clean them up. So Bowler was not able to chip down the furnace, so he just locks on to the giant, and he actually gets pushed by the giant out of the range of the archer tower, which is nice. So he's still going to work on the giant, and the giant doesn't even get a hit in. And we get that last rock to kill the furnace. So this time we were expecting that skeleton army. We were just a second late for the true prediction log, but still worked out well. He had to spend extra elixir. So this time we're going to lead with both Bowler and Executioner, and those will just clean up that goblin barrel plus those fire spirits, and now we'll go for a true push. So poison tornado hitting everything, already beating them down, and we got some pretty good damage there, as well as that giant didn't even make it across the bridge. So once again, he's got minions, so we're going to clean those up with our Executioner. Bowler's going to lock onto that furnace, and we're going to go for another graveyard right here, and we'll poison down that wizard, as well as it's hitting those that skeleton army. We're bringing this all the way down to 367. So we'll use Bowler to clean up the goblin barrel one more time, and that Valkyrie wasn't never close. So he put his furnace in a bad spot. It allows us to chip the tower with our poison plus our log, as well as the Electro Wizard was able to hit it without having to do anything. So tower's all the way down to 31, so we just have to cycle back to our log, and that'll be the end of this. Nice defensive match. Tower never really in jeopardy. So that's good game well played by 009. Let's move into those last two. We see I did have a defeat right here. That defeat is mostly because I overcommitted a defense to that Expo and wound up getting my Bowler, Executioner, and Knight rocketed at the same time. So that was pretty brutal. Otherwise, it looked like we were in really good shape in that as well. Okay, so let's go versus the typical Hog Inferno Tower deck. I faced about 5 of these in this Grand Challenge. So pretty much any deck that you bring in, you should be pretty experienced facing this deck into a Grand Challenge. So I didn't have a good opening hand, none that I wanted to use, because if I played my Executioner early, I wouldn't have had something that was good to respond. So we're going to activate our king right off the bat with our tornado, which is great. So he uses skeleton army to stop my knight, which is okay. We were able to get a value log hitting his princess plus the skeleton army, and he uses goblin gang to surround my executioner. We clean up with our bowler. Unfortunately, this is the big problem card. Inferno Tower is very good versus our deck, as we don't have zap, we don't have lightning. But with our activated king plus a Electro Wizard, we're able to take down those that barrel real quick. This was a bit too aggressive on the poison, not on the poison, on the graveyard, but we were able to clean it up with the poison. Now, but we were on to being a bit too low of elixir, so we don't take too much damage. We have to like panic tornado. So we are down about 400 here, but knowing this matchup, our matchup really shines in double elixir. And all these swarm type cards are our bowler and executioner are really great against. Problem is, once again, those Inferno Towers. We weren't able to reach with our Electro Wizard when he is 2 tiles back, where a Musketeer could actually shoot it, but it still doesn't reset. So I didn't want to use my log here. I want to save it for offense. But he does wind up using his skeleton army already, so now we'll be able to save it for his barrel, which is exactly what happens here. It's great. So we poison down his goblin gang, and we're able to take down that inferno tower, and he still has to spend elixir defending. So that's another good sign. So now we're far ahead of elixir, plus we have our bowler down. He's got a princess in the back. That's not going to do too much. We'll tornado that goblin barrel to get rid of it. But now we got our skeletons doing lots of work on that tower. We're going to poison them down, poison down the princess, and we finally take our first lead of the game. So we log that princess. We perfectly execute a bowler in the back with no damage taken to the barrel, and we move in for the final kill. So set up another graveyard. We already got a hit, so just need to poison them down. So princess is up, and bowler throws that last rock to end it. So that was another good game versus Shiro X9. And let's go into that 12-win match. And 12-win match is versus another deck that everyone loves facing, the Lava Loon. And I really do like this matchup. Tornado plus Executioner plus Electro Wizard are can really help this matchup. I did make one mistake in this, so that's something that you guys can learn from. And it did cost me the tower, but we were still able to take it down. Okay, since we got plenty of troops in our hands, we're going to open up with a bowler. Got a tiny elixir lead there because he delayed in playing it down. So we're going to protect our bowler with this Electro Wizard so it hits the Mega Minion. We're going to double that up and get on our Executioner as well. So we do take a tiny bit of lava pup damage, but that was the big problem, is we just ate a fireball. But it did allow us to plant a graveyard. Could have gone a little bit better, but we were able to get some chip damage in. We got about a 400-point lead here, but we are going to take a couple back. All in all, about a 250-point lead. So we'll set up again with a bowler in the back. He'll set up with his Lava Hound. Now that we both got our decks in cycle of what we were looking for, let's get another defense going. So we'll start with the Electro Wizard. And the Executioner starts splashing down that balloon. Tornado them all together. And that was a pretty good defense. And we're left with our Executioner. He has to defend again against with the Mega Minion. We're able to get a little bit of damage here with our Knight. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that last throw with the Executioner though. So bowler in the back. So here's where we made the mistake. We overcommitted on defense on one side. Now we didn't have any air troops to defend that balloon, and the balloon's now all by itself. And unfortunately, that's just going to take our tower. So all the way down to 37 after a fireball. So we only got 17 seconds left. So we are we are just getting going. We got to get on this real fast. So we got our graveyard going. We got our bowler. Bowler finally locks on. And just with 0 seconds left, we're able to get it going. Now we got this big skeleton army barreling down. We got our bowler and executioner down. We'll poison these minions. And we get one more rock off. So he's in all the way down into the 700s. But now we got to defend this lava loon again. Executioner down. Electro wizard down. And we'll clump them all up for us. We drop our knight to tank for the tower. Make sure that those pups don't get on. And our executioner is still cleaning up, and we'll have our bowler tank for him because the executioner is really more important in this match. Once again, we got another lava loon. This one dropped right in our face. So bowler's up. Those minions are down. Got a couple damage from our graveyard over there. And poison's chipping them down all the way down to less than 300. Futile fireballs our troops. One more graveyard. Bowler wasn't able to throw the rock, but we were able to get a couple skeleton hits. Lock it down for the victory. And that's how it's done. So if we didn't make that one mistake of overcommitting on defense before his balloon was down, that game would have been pretty one-sided as an easy 1-0 victory. But once we did get both towers down, as you see, we were able to keep pushing, and he really didn't do too much damage afterwards. So thank you guys for watching another video of mine. Tomorrow we're going to be hosting a live stream tournament on YouTube. That'll be my first live stream on YouTube. So I hope you guys can join me there. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.